Hi everyone, welcome. I'm MovieManCHAD, and for this movie that I've witnessed today, I want to do something a little different compared to the other movie reviews that I normally do when I see whether it's a documentary or a foreign language movie or an independent film or a mainstream movie. I just want to do something a tad different because this one was something that I was really looking forward to see on many levels. The movie that I witnessed today is called Gleason. It is a brand new documentary about a former football player named Steve Gleason, his wife Michelle, and their baby boy River. Now, Steve was a very successful football player, very successful person, and he got married, he had a baby, he just had everything. He had everything. He had a loving family, not a perfect one, nobody does, but he had just everybody's dream of what they want. He succeeded in life. And then suddenly, when about the time I believe that he was a few years into his marriage, he found out that he had ALS. In the process of having that, he was also dealing with the fact that his wife was going to have a child. So what he decided to do was document his life, kind of speak to his child, because he figured once his child, whether it's a boy or a girl, was going to get, a lot older, he wasn't going to be able to have these conversations with this person that was going to come into his life. Yes, he was going to be a part of the birth and be part of the younger years, but slowly, because of this horrible disease, he wasn't going to be able to really fully be a father, the father that he wanted to be. But luckily, he's still around, he's still with his family, and thanks to modern science and stuff like that, those things are possible. This is a film that I was very excited to see for a few months now, for my own reasons and for the reasons of what the subject matter was. I'm going to get out my own reasons really quick. So the name of this film is called Gleason. And when before I knew what this film was about at all, I saw the title on IMDb, you look like what the new trailers are, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a movie called Gleason that's coming out. What is it about? Is it a drama? Is it a comedy? Is it I have no idea, but I am so excited that there's a movie called Gleason that's coming out because I didn't imagine that I'd ever get to talk about a film called Gleason on camera in my whole entire life. Why do I say that? Because Gleason is my last name. So there you go. Am I related to this guy? I have no idea. Never really checked. I've heard about Steve for a while. I'm not a football fan, but I heard about his story mainly, I think, on People Magazine or the internet or something. When you were talking about, especially what was going on a couple years ago with the Ice Bucket Challenge, which I did participate somewhat. I took a cold shower and donated some money. But I heard about him just a little bit that way, so maybe we're related like far, 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 far away. But I'm not really worried. I don't really care if we're not related. I just thought it was cool that we share the same last name. So that's why I was excited to see the film. And of course, the most important thing was the subject matter. So now that I've seen the movie, all I can say about this film is that it is one of the best films that I've seen this year, one of the best documentaries that I've seen this year, and also one of the most important films that I've seen this year. Not only is it a very entertaining film, an emotional, moving, but it does open my eyes about this disease, even though I've been aware with it for a very long time. I remember learning about it, especially when you learned about where it came, where it actually popped up around, what made it so popular with, when they called it the Lou Gehrig's disease. So I was aware of it. But I think in the last few years, thanks to the Ice Bucket Challenge, the world, I think, has been more aware with it. And I've seen many documentaries on this subject that follow kind of the same story. Some involve, lots of artists. I mean, I think most of these documentaries are following people that were once really popular and still are, but have access to this kind of equipment to make a film like this, even though I'm not saying that everyone who's famous who gets ALS does something like this, but majority, someone who does get famous and can really share their story and hopefully shed light to a subject that happens to a lot of people around the world. I was just so moved by this film. even though I had heard about Steve and his family, I didn't know much about his history. We do get to learn a lot about, his history as a kid, his history in football, his family history. The main film is about him videotaping himself and talking to his son River, which we do get to see the birth of River. We get to see this relationship and how, they're strong. And yes, they go through the ups and downs of life, and especially what's going on in this situation. But I really feel that they are a very powerful couple that love each other to this day. The film, I think, chronologizes the last 5 years of his life, and it was really cool to see. Not only do we share the same last name, but he's only like a few months older than me. So that was really cool as well. And it was just interesting to see his journey as he's talking to his son, and we get to see his wedding, we get to see his son's birth, we get to see these amazing moments where before he started to really slow down, where he went to Alaska and all these other places, how he met other people with this disease and helped through his influence to help them to get the things passed, to get these certain things to happen to the regular Joe that goes through this thing. And then we also get to see the accomplishments that he's done with his football experiences and the awards and rewards that he has gotten from his teammates and the team that loves him to this day. But I walked away with a finer appreciation about my own life. And I hope that this film will be seen by a lot of people that might take a lot for granted. We all kind of do. We're all grateful for that we can move our fingers and we can walk and we can talk and we can do all these amazing things. And I think films like these are a wonderful reminder, sad, tragic, but hopeful reminder of life and how important it is and how important it still is to Steve and his family. And that we, as viewers, can watch this and hopefully we can participate and maybe help out in finding a cure for ALS and help out with people that might be dealing with it, offer our services and stuff like that. They offered a website, teamgleason, I think, .org, teamgleason.org, where I think you can participate, and I really feel like I want to do that. And if you're interested in doing that, and after watching this video, I will put a link in the description box below if you're willing, if you want to check out that website and contribute to it as well. The part of me, when it comes to the film critic in me, and I only want to talk about the film making itself or the story that they're trying to tell, there were some moments in this film where I felt like I was invading on their privacy. There's a couple moments. There's one moment where Steve is talking to his father, who looks like he's a strong Christian man, who looks like he's trying to show his love to his son by shoving his beliefs into his face just a little bit, in a loving way, of course. And there's this moment where they're just talking to each other, and I felt like I shouldn't be here right now. I kind of turned away during that moment and felt like that was their moment. That was their time to get to know. And of course, Steve invited all these cameras and all this stuff into his house. So I realized that, but there were just some moments in the movie. If I have one criticism about the entire film, and this is the only one, is that there was a few moments in the film where I kind of just turned away. Not that I was ashamed. I just felt like this is a private moment for this family. This is not something that I really need to be a part of. This is something that they deserve their privacy about. So there was a couple times where I just turned away and I just let that moment happen. I'm crying. I cried multiple times in this movie as this film was going on, and even those times where I kind of turned away because I could still hear what they were talking about. But I was just extremely, a lot of ideas, a lot of feelings that I had as I watched this movie that made me appreciate my own life, that made me not want to take everything that I have and been blessed with for granted, be grateful for all the things that I've been given. And I think a lot more people need to see something like this so they can realize that when we complain about the stupid small things, it's not that important. What's important is our family and our friends and our health and what we can do to make this world a better place. And that's what I mainly got from this pretty incredible film. It's one of my favorite movies of the year, one of the best films that I've seen this year. I'm really glad that Steve, Michelle, and little River, who's probably 5 now, or going to be 5 soon, I'm really thankful that they were willing to share their story with us, and hopefully it shed more light on ALS, and hopefully help people to be more aware of what's going on. Please let me know in the comment box below if you've seen the film. Do you follow Steve? Did you follow his career in football? Let me know, and we can start a dialogue and talk about this really awesome individual, his family, and more updates of what's going on in his life today. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to more movie reviews coming from me in the near future. Goodbye, everyone, and peace be with you.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.